Hi, welcome to the Southwest Backpacker channel. I'm Matt, and today I have with me Knynman Rog.
Hello.
And we're up here at Daybreak. This is a cabin that my dad and I had built over the years, and we decided that we would hang out for the weekend and just sit back and relax and talk about past trips that we've taken, and just do some rambling about some of our different adventures that we've gone on with backpacking and camping and whatnot. So stick around, we have a lot to talk about and share, and I hope you guys will enjoy what we have for you. You bet.
Speaking of which, we're talking about the Green River, and Matt did an 11-part series, and I think he's finally finished it. And that's what we were talking about, some of the cool video that he's shown. And so what else do you got going on? How was that film? I mean, how was it putting it together? It took you a long time.
Took a while. Originally, the series was only supposed to take about 3.5 months. I was supposed to be putting out a video once a week, and I think I was successfully able to do that up until about episode 5. And after episode 5, I really slowed down, and I think what happened was putting as much energy as I did into episode 5 took a lot out of me, and it was right around Christmas time. Things were really busy, and so was not able to continue putting out an episode once a week, unfortunately.
Well, there is life beyond the video camera, and that's what we were dealing with.
That's exactly it. I was pretty much dealing with everyday life, and that's what you get when you're a YouTuber. I mean, there is real life behind what content creators put out, such as you and I, and so sometimes you can't always live up to what you're going to tell your audience you're going to do as far as getting those videos out. But after episode 5, I slowly started getting the videos out, and about 1.5 years later, finally made it to episode 11, which I just got out maybe last week and put up on YouTube. So thank you to everybody who has followed and watched the series. 2 thumbs up, I greatly appreciate it. I didn't think it was going to take this long, and to be quite honest with you, I'm glad it's done.
You're relieved? So I don't want to interrupt you, but I want to ask you, what was the most memorable moment of that 14-day trip? How long was it? 14 days?
It was a total of 11 days.
11 days.
But we did 14 days total as that entire trip.
Okay.
And actually, one of the most memorable moments of that trip was just before day 1 when we were in Moab. The blood moon was occurring.
Okay.
And as the sun was going down, the full moon was coming up, and we were watching the blood moon occurring in Moab just after we finished eating. And we were out hanging out at this park, just baseball park, and watching the blood moon occurring. And so what it was, a blood moon, if you guys don't know, is it's the shadow of the earth going over the full moon, and it just so happens that it makes this red looking color, and it gets the name blood moon from that, I believe.
Now, I think that was going to be the last one for a while, I think.
For quite some time.
Yeah.
And so we got to see this the night before we actually were put on the water the next day on episode 1. So that was one of my most memorable moments. But in the trip itself,
there were some, I don't want to interrupt, but there were some awesome waterfall shots and water shots that I thought were just fascinating to see.
There was a lot of different water feature moments that I can remember throughout the series, and that is definitely one of my most favorable moments of the trip. Was I believe it was episode 8 or episode 9, where we were getting the rainstorms, and the flash flooding was occurring above us where we couldn't quite see or notice it was happening, but we are getting rained on as we're paddling, and these mud chutes are flying off the canyon walls above us into the Green River as we're paddling. And I couldn't get a whole lot of footage with my camera, but we did take a couple of pictures, and we were able to pass and paddle by some of these chutes that would dump right into the water right next to us. It was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, that's neat. Sometimes you got to put away the camera to make sure that you can survive these situations, you know?
You do. I mean, it was early in the trip. I didn't want a rainstorm to completely take out my camera and then go from there. I did have my cell phone as a backup, but really I wanted to keep my good camera going to keep the HD experience going along with this trip.
Yeah.
And so that was one of many great memorable moments I remember along the trip. The second one, of course, and is probably my most favorite, is the hike up to the windows in episode 5.
Yes.
I did that hike with a buddy of mine, Jim, several years ago, and it was the first time I had actually made it up to the windows. I had made attempts several times in the years past when I've done this trip, and each time I've gone, it's been too hot, or we didn't know exactly where the trail was at.
Now that was the one with the awesome shot of the buck running away from you, right?
Yes.
That was an awesome shot.
Yes. I saw originally one buck, and then as I panned over, there was 2 bucks running.
Yeah.
And so, of course, in the video, I slowed it down to get that nice, epic, slow motion effect, and was just, the entire hike was credible, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Getting to the windows itself is a spiritual moment, and if anybody gets the chance to do it, I highly recommend doing it, either from the top or like we did from the river bottom, which takes about, I think, 7.5 miles round trip.
It's a good hike.
It's a good hike. I mean, you're hiking from the river floor up to the canyon top and then back down, so it is a pretty good hike, but it is absolutely incredible, spiritual, and I totally give it 2 thumbs up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So at the end, you guys all made it out, and everyone made it out happy, sunburned, or do you guys have any lingering effects from that long float?
Little bit of sunburn. There was a little bit of sunburn, of course, but that's what you get when you go on the Green River in October. But good time to go in October. It's not like going in June when it's scorching oven.
Blistering hot.
Right,
Yeah.
right. It's not nuclear. So
yeah.
we did get a little bit of sunburn, but everybody made it out okay. There was no incidents or no accidents.
Successful trip.
Successful trip.
Gotta love it.
Everybody had a good time. Roger, who went with us, was his first time, and he went solo in a canoe, and he did the lower half with us. And he also thought it was a very spiritual adventure, and he also had a really good time. So I really thank everybody that went along with on the trip. It was Alex, Terry, and Alex's brother Sean, and Roger, and Texas Riverways, who we went with as far as the outfitters. Everybody really pitched in and made it a professional trip, so thumbs up to
they all
those
get
guys.
a thumbs up. That's
Absolutely.
good to hear.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, well, good story. Thanks for filling us in on that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad to be able to share it with you guys. I know there was a few people who were asking questions about it, and where's the Southwest Backpacker been this last year or so? I've just been
He's back.
Life. I'm living life.
He's
but
back.
I'm
He's
back.
back. Yeah.
2017, we're going to be putting back out some brand new videos on the channel, and I've got all kinds of great stuff. So a lot of good stuff to look forward to.
Sounds good.
And,
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see it. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, we're back. We've talked to Matt a little bit about his Green River episode. You spent a lot of time on that. What do you have on the plate for you now? What do you got planned?
Well, not really got to do any more projects like the Green River that will take up super amounts of time. However, I do have a lot of backlogged video. One is going to be of the James Blackburn hike that I did with you and Rick Earthplay. So that's going to be coming out. I also have the hike that we did out in the Pecos to Mora Flats with Jim and Terry and Charlie. That's going to be a real nice one to see. We did a couple nights out there, and you guys will really like seeing that video. I've got that one coming out, and I've got a lot more of new stuff that you guys are going to see this year, and a lot of current stuff that will be coming out, and I'm going to continue putting it out for you guys just like I always have.
Well, I gotta say, not to interrupt you, but just because you've only been doing the Green River series doesn't mean that you haven't still been out enjoying the great outdoors and documenting a lot of your trips.
That's exactly it. And there's a lot of trips that I've done that I haven't documented either, simply because those trips are for myself. And not every trip that I go out, I actually lug the camera around and film it. I mean, there's a lot of trips where I won't take it at all just because I need the absolute peace and serenity of not having your digital devices with you and your cell phones with you.
The true reason we're out here is to get back to nature and enjoy ourselves.
That's exactly it. So even though I do like putting out content for you guys, and I do like enjoying sharing my adventures with you guys, I don't always put them out for you guys, but I do have a lot that I haven't shared with you guys that I do intend to. So stick around, you guys will see that stuff coming out here in the next few months, and it's really good stuff. I think you guys will really enjoy it.
Excellent. Can't wait.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, it's been good talking to you.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Appreciate being able to talk with you guys and share with you guys what's going on.
It was fun. This is a perfect setting.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
I'm glad we can be up here.
Great deal.
Well, that'll about do it for talking about some of the adventures that Knynman Rog and myself have been on. It's been fun to just kind of catch you guys up on some of the latest things that are going on with the channel. And I want to thank Knynman Rog for being here with me today and kind of doing this interview.
My pleasure. Love being here.
If you get a chance, please go and check out his YouTube channel. It's Knynman Rog. And I'll leave a link in the description box below, and you can also find it on my YouTube channel page.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Knynman, for coming and doing this interview.
Thanks for having me out here.
Yeah.
Had a great time.
This is Matt from the Southwest Backpacker Channel, reminding you guys to get outside. Life is good there. We'll see ya.